Listen closely, because right now, you are stuck. Stuck in the grind where no matter how hard you work, real change slips through your fingers. You've poured time, money, energy into investments promising impact, yet the same old systems drain value away, leaving communities broken, futures uncertain, and your hope flickering like a candle in a storm. It's maddening. Watching wealth concentrate in the hands of few, while billions get left behind, rigged by rules you didn't write and power you don't control. You feel the frustration clawing inside. Why does impact investing so often end up just a fancy word for status quo? This is the raw truth. Conventional investing is broken. It rewards quick wins and polished PR, not deep, lasting transformation. You can't solve systemic poverty and inequality by just throwing money at them. You must rethink the entire game. Here's where community wealth building explodes onto the scene, not just as an idea, but as the next battlefield where your capital can actually change the trajectory of real lives. If you want to break free from the frustrating cycle of impact washing and cosmetic gains, you have to step into this world with laser focus and fierce intention. So first, stop. Stop treating communities like charities and start treating them like partners. You want to build wealth? Build it with the community, from the community. That's the key no investor talks about enough. Here's the undeniable fact. Wealth spreads when it's anchored locally, when profits circulate inside communities instead of leaking out like a broken pipe. Local ownership and control is the secret weapon. Set up investment vehicles that give residents real stakes. Coops, community land trusts, worker-owned companies, not just passive outcomes. Demand structures that embed decision-making power in local hands, because power is the soil where trust and growth blossom. Next, forget about scaling like a corporate machine. Community wealth building rejects the mindless growth obsession. Instead, champion resilience, adaptability, and networks of interdependence. Connect small enterprises with each other. Force capital to prioritize ecosystem health, not unchecked expansion. Push for funding that's patient, flexible, and tailored to the unique needs and strengths of each place. Your money must become a tool for networks, not just nodes. If you want true impact, be ready to lean into complexity and ambiguity. This is not a spreadsheet game. It is rooted in real human stories, struggles, and dreams. Now here's the emotional rallying cry, because it's not just business, it's personal. The pain of watching communities trapped in cycles of poverty, the rage at systems designed to extract instead of build, that fire inside you, use it. Do not numb it with cheap answers or charity. Let it fuel the revolution in your investing mindset. Your capital can be the pulse that rebuilds dignity, creates jobs that last, and ignites generational wealth where it's desperately needed. But only if you wield it like a scalpel, surgical and strategic, not a hammer-smashing shortcuts and hype. Think beyond the usual metrics. Demand measurements that reflect real wealth, social capital, local control, environmental regeneration, not just ROI on paper. Create accountability mechanisms where communities speak first and loudest. Bring in partnerships not for optics, but for deep synergy. Align with local leaders who aren't just figureheads but visionaries with skin in the game. When you build this ecosystem, you build a fortress against systemic inequality. Wealth becomes a verb, an ongoing creation everyone shapes together. To investors, founders, and leaders hungry for impact, this is your call to arms. Dismantle the old guard investment mentality that fixes nothing. Get obsessed with community wealth as the front line. Push for funds that don't just invest in communities but belong to them. Forget quick exits, chase long-term roots. Support policies that keep wealth circulating locally. Support inclusive zoning, cooperative ownership laws, local hiring requirements. Bridge finance with grassroots organizing. Connect your networks so capital flows horizontally, not vertically. This is the future waiting to erupt. The investment frontier where impact isn't a buzzword, but a living, breathing system of shared power, shared risk, and shared triumph. The fight is brutal, the system relentless, but the prize is not just profit, it's freedom. Freedom to build real legacies, not illusions. Freedom to create worlds where every dollar you deploy lifts people and reshapes economies. Don't let your money be swallowed by stale models that only protect the powerful. Be the breaker of patterns. Be the spark that ignites true change. The time for community wealth building is now. Step up, connect deeply, invest boldly, build wealth that means something for everyone. This is your moment. Grab it with every fiber of your being.